What is going on, everybody? It is a beautiful day here at Premium Coach Group in Gilbert, Arizona. A lot of you have asked me, what's the difference between a Prevost H3, a Prevost XL2, and a Newell coach? And here at Premium Coach Group, I'm like a kid in a candy store because they've got all of them and then a whole bunch of other coaches. But while the three of these are conveniently up front here, I thought I would talk about the main differences between these three coaches and which coach might be the best for you depending on your needs. First, we will talk about the difference between the H3 Prevost and the XL2 Prevost. There's actually two of them right here. The biggest difference about the Prevost H3, the biggest benefit of the Prevost H3 is the huge basement doors. So let's take a look at these basement doors in the H3 here. This is totally huge. So you've got a ton of space here for storage. They're able to make really big entertainment bays, all kinds of cool stuff. The entertainment bay right here, you've got plenty of room to put a whole bunch of stuff in here. Go take a look at the XL2 basement doors. The basement bays on the XL2 aren't going to be quite as big as the H3, but you're going to have a little bit more headroom inside of the XL2 than you have the H3. We'll take a look at that here in just a moment, but I just want to show you the difference in size of the two basement doors. You can see that this is a much more shallow basement door. This is totally huge than the H3, but we're going to gain that in headroom, so we'll see that in just a second. But before we do that, let's take a look at the basement door of this Newell coach here, and this is a 2011 Newell here. Basement door of the Newell is actually a fold basement door, and I've talked about this in other videos, how it folds in the middle of the basement door. Now, it isn't quite as deep as the H3, and I would say it may be very comparable to the XL2, maybe even a little more shallow. I don't have any measuring devices, but the Newell coach, it goes right to my waistline where the top of the basement bay is. And let's go take a look at this XL2, see how tall this basement bay is. Very similar. I think the basement bay on the XL2 might be just a skosh higher, but I think that's where Newell gets its headroom from, because Newell really has that extra headroom. Pretty comparable. So we saw the basement bays. It's going to be one of the differences between the few coaches. The Prevost H3 has the big fiberglass sidewalls, which give it more room for a cooler paint job, but they both have the monocoque construction. The Prevost XL2 has this beautiful stainless siding. Prevost XL2s and Prevost XLs have a few differences. I'll point a couple of those out to you. The first thing that you'll notice is the XL is going to have all of the rivets, and then it has a smaller windshield as well. And the Prevost XLs have the stainless siding like the XL2 as well. And the XL2 has a little bit larger windshields, and then you won't see the rivets either. Now, there's a couple different changes that have been made to the H3s over the years. This is a 2002 H3 behind me, and it's got the 4 windshields. This particular Prevost Marathon coach behind me has a windshield cover on it right now, but it's a 2007, so it only has 2 large windshields. Most of the Newells are going to be quad slides. A lot of the Prevost are going to be either double slide or triple slide. And then some of the older Prevosts are going to have no slides, and some of the older Newells are going to have new slides. But it's more common for the Newells to have quad slides, and for the Prevosts to either have 2 or 3 slides, but there are a lot of quad slide Prevosts out there as well. Let's walk inside and take a look at the headroom. And while we're doing that, I'm going to point out another one of the big differences between the XL2 and the H3. The H3, when we walk into this coach, it's going to have more of an entrance where the driver's seat is going to be set off here to the right, where the XL2, the driver's seat is going to be level with the rest of the coach. So the driver's seat is going to feel more like the rest of the coach in the XL2, and the H3, it kind of gives it a different vibe. They have so many beautiful coaches here at Premium Coach Group. I can't thank them enough for letting me play around in these coaches, if you will. So you can see I'm 6'2", and I don't want to touch that ceiling because it's suede and it's clean. They keep everything pristine here, but you can get a good idea how much room, how much headroom I have in this H3, even with the smaller base, with the larger basement bays. I've still got quite a bit of headroom. How the coach area is right here, and then the driver area really is kind of set off down there to the side. Even the passenger chair sits a little bit lower in the H3. Let's go take a look at this XL2 and see how much headroom is in the XL2. Here we're in the XL2, and it's got just a little bit more headroom in the XL2 than it did in the H3. The driver area here is going to be flat in the XL2, completely flush with the rest of the coach. What do you guys think? Do I have a lot of difference in headroom between the H3 and the XL2? You can see I'm 6'2", and I don't want to touch that ceiling because it's suede and it's clean. What do you guys think? Please drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Now let's go walk over into the Newell and see how much headroom is in the Newell here. I'm turning all the lights on. Hopefully there's enough light in here for you to see. I've got way more headroom in the Newell. The passenger and driver seat are going to be flush with the rest of the coach, the same way the XL2 is. Overall, after looking at these three coaches, I will have to say the Newell has the most headroom. The XL2 is in the middle. The H3 has the biggest basement bays. It really depends on your personal needs at what coach would work best for you. So wanted to show you guys those three different coaches today and the differences. If you see any differences that I didn't mention, please drop a comment below. Greatly appreciate y'all. Hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.